Hey everyone, welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob, and today in this video, I'm going to go over the top 5 things that I didn't like at all about Gen Con 2022. So stick around. I'm going to go over the list. It's in no particular order. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. All right, number 5 is the warm water bottle refill stations, or whatever you want to call them. I know they installed them before the previous Gen Con we were at, which was 2019. And they were nice and cold, nice and fresh, filtered water to fill your water bottles. They're all around the Indiana Convention Center. But this year, 99% of them, I think we only found one that actually was producing cold water. All the rest were like warm. They feel like the filters, they tasted like the filters weren't changed, and it was like drinking warm bath water. It was really gross. I don't know if they were trying to warm up the water to try to kill COVID germs in the water, maybe. I don't know, but it was pretty crappy and it sucked. And that's the first thing I didn't like about Gen Con 2022. All right, the next thing on the list that I did not like about Gen Con 2022 was wearing a mask the whole time, and also having to wear the same proof of vaccination wristband that we were required to wear to get our event tickets and badges and get into any Gen Con controlled spaces. It was a requirement this year to help prevent the spread of COVID, which I'm all for. I'm all for. It just sucks that I had to wear this sharp, hard plastic wristband that was stabbing me in the face in my sleep and scratching me. I don't wear watches and jewelry. It's just something I haven't done for years. And being forced to wear this 24/7, just the idea it's like could be dirty and disgusting by the end. I don't know. It was just annoying. And wearing a mask, of course. I go to Gen Con. I'm seeing people in person. I'm trying to make relationships, play games in person with people, talk to people. You guys know me, I'm always grinning, smiling, joking, being sarcastic. It's really hard to do that with a mask on your face. I guess a positive though, I could smell less of gamer BO through the mask, which was nice, but it caused me to have to yell all the time wearing a mask, which caused my voice to pretty much go away. It's still recovering actually post Gen Con. So that's number 4, wearing a mask and wearing the same wristband the whole time for proof of vaccination. Number 3 is the crowds. After looking at last year's attendance, which was like, I think it was around 35,000 at the con, that's like half or less than half of pre-COVID amounts of attendees. So going this year, I thought it'd only be a little bit busier. Of course, some of the publishers didn't show up last year that are now there this year. So I expected a few more people to show up. But they actually had over 50,000 this year, and I felt it. The crowds were definitely busier than expected, which crowds annoy me, but I was kind of used to it from going to previous Gen Cons before COVID. But now post-COVID, with the whole, knowing about social distancing and hand washing and, COVID passing through the air and all that kind of stuff, just being shoulder to shoulder with, hot, sweaty people in Indianapolis in the summer, wearing masks and the COVID stuff. It just, being in crowds just makes me even more uneasy than previous years. But that's my number 3 is the crowds at Gen Con 2022. All right, my next most disliked thing that I saw or dealt with at Gen Con 2022 was super large backpacks carrying board games. Every gamer seemed to have one of these boardgametables.com. They're just getting worse. They're like a virus. I love the idea. I bring mine there to carry games, from the car to the hotel, or just to pack them to bring them home. They're great to bring your games into the convention, to go to the gaming space, to play with people, whatever. But walking around wearing them in a crowded exhibit hall where the aisles are only so big, there's wall-to-wall people just stopping in the middle of the aisle, swinging around to look at something, and this giant bag just smashing people and hitting people. I saw it happen multiple times. I got hit with bags multiple times. And a bonus on top of that was these wagons. There's these accordion style wagons that everyone seemed to be wheeling around to carry their games in or their children in or whatever. But there were people stopping all over the place. And I'm over 6 feet tall. So when you're walking around, you don't see these wagons way down by the ground when you're like shoulder to shoulder and there's people right in front of you. So as soon as someone moves, you bang into these things with your legs. They're always in the way. I'm trying to film and I'm like tripping over them. I heard many complaints about these wagons. I don't know who makes them, who sells them. I'll put one up on the screen, but they were everywhere. It seems like everyone had one. They're the new stroller of 2022. So giant bags and wagons were the next thing I did not like about Gen Con 2022. And the last thing on this list of the 5 things I did not like about Gen Con 2022 is that it felt like there was no big Gen Con exclusive release game, at least for me personally, this year. In previous years, I've always had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever amount of games that are coming out there you can't find before. You're rushing for them, limited copies, all that kind of stuff. They had limited copy games, but most of them I saw on the shelf at Target multiple days before Gen Con on my way to the convention, or they released even months before, and some of them released the week of Gen Con. And it did not feel like there was any exclusive there that needed to be run for or grabbed. I was just kind of like, not really hyped about the selection of games this year as I have been in the past. So the last thing is no big Gen Con exclusive release for me personally that I was excited to pick up at Gen Con 2022. And all right, thanks for watching and sticking around. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to check out more of our Gen Con coverage. Check out the video description down below. There's a playlist there with our travel vlogs, Gen Con footage, our live streams we did from Gen Con, our post Gen Con recap and haul. Thank you everyone for watching, and stick around. I should be posting the top 5-ish things that I loved about Gen Con up next. So check the playlist down below for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.